Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network, and welcome here to this special episode, a special video in regard to interviewing the winner for Who Done It Spooked. You can see there on your screen Who Done It Spooked and Who Done It Spook on Twitter. But let's introduce the winner, like I said, Caleb, the champ. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good, Stephen.
Hey, it was glad to see you get the win. It was a long time coming in regards to how the game ran for the month of October. Um, and in the end, getting the win, kind of finishing the way I was hoping it would finish, regards to once before. But still, with you getting the win, I guess overall, want to share your experience through the game and your thoughts on it, how you did in regards to from start to finish on your end of the book.
Sure. Yeah. I thought the game went really well, obviously, but it was really fun. I thought some of the challenges were um, difficult and stressful, and really got me into it. The cases were also tough to solve. You needed to have almost all the information to um, really figure out what happened. So I thought the game runners did a good job in that respect. Um, Tensions got a little bit high with everyone, but it's the way these games go. So can't do much about that. But um, overall, yeah, I had a fun experience. I had fun with playing with everyone. I thought everyone did an amazing job. You have to be really smart to play these games, and I'm proud of everyone. And I could not have won the game without you and Jeff and Coda and all the other people that we worked with to get here. So
Yeah, it definitely was a fun ride in regard to getting to the end, and you'll have a trophy you get to display at your home. So that'll be cool whenever that arrives.
yes,
I look forward to seeing that on social media, making the rounds. But either way, definitely was a fun, entertaining game. Now, what I guess for you, in regards to a question here for this interview, what would you say being the big moments of the game to you from your end personally as a player were maybe not turning points, but just in general, big moments that you noticed?
hmm. Well, definitely the big moments I can remember are definitely the riddle challenges. Those were super super tough and had me had me everywhere. But another big moment I think that happened was when you and Coda died,
Hmm.
um, because that left me thinking, you know, Billy and Michaela, I know to work closely together, um, and Jeff and I were working together still. So it kind of became this thing of trying to delicately play in both alliances without offending one or the other. So it kind of had me nervous that um, the people that we were working with, two people in one round was kind of like a shocker. So it definitely got me nervous for entering in the finals. So that's what I would say would be the biggest moment for me.
All right. And in regards to how everything went with the finale and with that final case and everything, um, because it certainly seemed like an interesting way they were doing that, which is cool. Hey, it's different. But in regards to that, how did I guess the question is how did you make your decisions on what locations you wanted? Because where I was hearing there was a bunch load of them, and picking and choosing is almost needle in the haystack thing. Which one will be the best one for you and to help you? How did you decide with the number of picks, I guess, that you were able to use for your locations that you use? So, what kind of ideas, what kind of processes did you use to pick locations for yourself for the final case?
Yeah, so I had three picks. that one free one, and then I used my points for the other two. I really didn't think using my points on a case increase in score would be very wise, just because I knew everyone would be harboring their locations so closely. So in that case, I would only get one, and then be trying to go off one location. So I didn't want to do that. So what I ended up thinking about was, well, I have three, and usually you pick one from the morgue, one from the crime scene, and one from the last known whereabouts to make your case. So my thoughts were, okay, well, I'll pick one from each, just so I can maybe hopefully get a kind of a clearer idea of what happened here. Um, but I think the hardest one for me to pick was the picture, which I think ended up helping me win, um, because no one else had that information. And I was thinking, well, a picture kind of seems, a little too obvious. Maybe there's not info in there at all. Um,
Hmm.
so I was really debating on not picking that, but I ended up going with it, and I think that's what helped me win it. Um, so yeah, and then in regards to the morgue, I I honestly didn't know. Like that one was really hard to choose between, because they give you pretty much the whole body to pick between. Like you don't know like what's gonna
Just
be.
pick your part. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there wasn't really a specific reason I went with neck and above, but I went with it, and lo and behold, the location said that when you get there, there's nothing to explore because there is no head. So I was like, okay, well, that's really good information. I knew that. Um, and then, yeah, I did the explore the estate lawn.
Hmm.
I can't remember what the other ones in there were, but I don't know. I just kind of picked that one randomly. There wasn't really any thought process going into that one.
Yeah.
But
Just
yeah,
picking. Yeah. I think in the end, whatever the picture was what helped you. And obviously I'm happy about that. I'm just glad I was giddy when I saw that you
yeah,
won and everything. And I sent those videos and this and that, but my my reaction with the music in the background and everything, making it more apropos, I guess, to the moments, and just really happy for you. If I couldn't win it, um, I wanted you to win it. Though yes, I did do my job right. I didn't throw it. I didn't do anything like that. I worked hard with poor Jeff. In the riddle thing, I did my best and did actually doing well. So, so I didn't do what someone actually thought I was going to do. And throw it and make it a Caleb only game. I did my best, and we did well with me and Jeff there. But I was happy in the end that you won, and now I look forward to when you get your trophy and everything like that. Um, and and, uh, and since we're going to be seeing each other in the future, we get to meet it and touch it and see it. But either way, congratulations for that.
thank you. I really appreciate that. I really
Right,
do.
because you earned it individually. As much as yes, people helped you. That's really for anybody who wins. But you still, as the individual, did what you needed to do to win. So, takes people to get you there, but in the end, you have to finish it off, and you did. So, um, know that and understand that, believe it. So, I guess my question, I guess last question, really to an actual official question to ask you for this interview, being of, did you move space? Do you know where you're gonna put that thing?
um, Honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna put it at this point. I guess maybe there. I have a bookshelf behind me right here. Maybe I'll put it right there on
Maybe
top. But
it'll just
I don't know.
if it has to, it can stay on the floor. It's still in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that's the biggest question.
Yeah.
um, but I guess to turn the tables, I mean, it is an interview for you. but not too many actual hard hitting questions, just general questions I wanted to ask you. We do know each other well and worked well together.
Mhm.
Is that if you have on the flip side, um, if you had any questions for me, in regards to the game or whatever that you may have thinking about or care at all,
Sure.
the other end.
Yeah. Uh, so how did it feel to win your first riddle challenge?
Yeah, that was fun. It's always great to get a win and finally getting my very first win for a live riddle comp because for Double Vision I won for the passive competitions for my first ever, but this was my first ever live one, real one, as I would call it. And it felt very very nice and somewhat surprising, but it was a great moment to win it, and then with some other ones I was close to getting it and winning riddles, but actually when I did win one, it felt great.
Nice. Yeah, that was a tough one to crack. So
Yeah,
good
definitely. It
job
took
to you.
forever.
Yeah. um, did you ever have any doubts about the alliance we were in with Coda and Bo? Did you think they were ever gonna betray us?
Um, well, a little bit near the end for reasons, but nothing. During them, I think they knew that they, in a sense, needed us. Not because they're bad players, but just because in the way it seemed of hierarchy. But no, I didn't really worry about that. I was pleasantly surprised that in the second week, Jeff wins the riddle competition. You and me talked to him individually. I don't know what you said to help our cause, but from my end, he was just telling me that I wasn't, I wasn't his target. I might get something later on, so I was just expecting that. And then out of the blue, you let me know about, we could be forming something, and then the group chat happens, and so on that aspect, I was surprised with our alliance with Jeffrey. But in regards to Code on Bob, no, I didn't. I didn't worry about it. And even if they ever did, then take it, just as much as I would give it. So I didn't really have any true fears or worries in regards to Code and Bo, who, in their own right, strong players.
Nice. And then, I guess the last question I would have is, what advice do you have for future new players of Whodunnit, who might be applying or entering in a game that you're running, or Gavin and whoever's running the um, double team? What advice do you have for them to get through the game?
It's all about planning and strategy, in a sense. For me, at least. I mean, each individual, you do what you want to do. But for me, my advice would be have stuff written down. I have my information for each case on a Word document. I also have my Who Done It Double Vision, Who Done It Spooked list of killer tallies, winners of the riddles, best cases, who's dying in what order, and what week. I have all that. So having that, whether you can do it mentally by yourself, cool. You're better than better, I guess. But if you can't, like me, I have to have it written down. So I have all that stuff there. Also, it's all about intercommunication. It's all about talking to people, being kind of respectful, but also playing the game, finding where you think you're best to lay your head in a sense, to make your bed to lie in it. In regards to making a team in the beginning of the game, um, and then also for maybe just believing yourself. You may be new to the game, but if it's something that you already knew of from the TV show, um, that have the confidence in yourself, like I tried to do my rookie year in 2018. That hey, I'm going to see how I do. I believe I can go far, but we'll see what I'm made of, sort of thing, and just take each case as it is, case by case, and if you keep making it after each case, you survive. Whether you survive with spare cards or scared cards and survive, you made it. A survival is a survival. So you just keep going in the next case. And in time, your self-esteem and your belief in yourself and everything will grow. And you'll be able to then be even stronger and somewhat maybe even have to be ruthless and do what you have to do. So that really be my advice to everybody playing
Good advice.
that's new. Just believe in yourself and work hard. Do what you have to do. There's a reason why you're applying for games, or for a game. Because I know I already have some applications that people are, or not applications, but people that are wanting to apply for my game in 2020 that I never talked to before, or actually are truly new, but interested. Um, that I might give them a chance, depending on what their application says, because new blood is always good. Keeping this community strong and continuing on. Again, just believe in yourself, and be able to know that there's a reason why you're applying for this. You know about how the game works, so you're not like totally clueless. You're not coming into it blind. You're solving fictitious murders, and you're playing a game. So you know what you're doing. Just go with what you get and believe in your own strengths, and then work with your weaknesses to solve each case. So yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what I would tell them. So
Nice, good advice.
thank you, and thank you for the questions. But yeah, like I said, just a couple of simple questions to throw out to you because I know we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about here in about 30 minutes. For the tell-all, I don't know if others will be able to join. Jeff still isn't back on Twitter yet, so either way, hopefully Coda and Bo and maybe others will be able to part of. As of right now, unfortunately, there will be no Michaela. There will be no Becky. There will be no Billy. And they're, for their own reasons, will not be part of the tunnel. I do say still, for those that will be watching it, that the first topic for the tell-all will be the Becky situation, so we can talk about it, get everybody's opinion on it, and then move on from there. Before I go live with that, and I'm saying this here live on air, before I go live with the tell-all, with the Whodunnit Killer account with my game, we'll be tweeting out in that thread I created with everybody from the Whodunnitverse, as Whodunnit Spooked calls it, the Whodunnitverse, that I will be tweeting out there on that Twitter handle to the thread minutes or moments before I go live, if not when I go live, beyond sharing the link for people to watch, will be of the screenshots of what she said. And then I'll let people be able to read it on their own and be able to get their thoughts beyond, like, I already have the tweet ready. It's going to be what Becky said, and I want to share it so that people can then have their own opinions on it, than just hearing from me and my side of it. Engage it from there. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be wild. It's going to be something. And I just, in regards to that, hope for myself it'll be therapeutic. But for here specifically, it's happy times because Caleb is the winner, and I'm happy for that. Hashtag Fire and Ice. And hey, Fire and Ice might be reforming soon.
We might be
hearing from Twitch Challenge that there might be bringing a season 2 coming whenever that to be in the future. So we'll be prepared this time to be the champs over there. But either way, I thank you for being part of this interview, Mr. Winner, and everything, and forward to talking to you here shortly in regards to the tell-all. But excuse me, if you want, you can have any last final thoughts you want to share before we leave and then meet again later. And if you want, promote yourself, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever you wish to, your final words to be.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me here. It was a fun game, and as you said, Fire and Ice. Hopefully, we'll be back for Twitch Challenge Season 2 if they let us in again. Try to redeem ourselves. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at CalebP_24. And yeah, I will see you at the tell-all.
It should be tons of fun. It should be interesting. And for sure, let me find it here. For everybody watching you or watching archive, you can find me on Twitter at army_strong_06, on Instagram at StephenK_06, and on the Snapchat at StephenK_06. And for those that want to apply for Whodunnit Double Teamed on Twitter at WTeamed. Me and my new tag team partner, because it was supposed to be Bo, and then that was unable to happen, and Katrina wasn't able to be my partner either for reasons. But I did find myself a new partner, so soon, hopefully, Percasted will find out who that is, or others will find out who it is. But either way, I bid everybody do. I will be my next video. Will be here shortly after I have a dinner break here and relax for a little bit. Will be the tell-all, and we'll get right into the meat of it right from the start. So
All
people are looking forward to it, as much to actually viewing it, but anyways, for everybody else there, have a great rest of your day, and above all else, as always, take care.